long time ago, there lived a fierce king in a distant land who had had enough of all the hype and praise of the city of Lagos. So he came to his podcast to drag them like small Jen. His name is... Oh my god, I could not help myself. Like the things that go on in my head. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Phoenix, Double Phoenix. You're welcome to another episode of the Talking Phoenix. Welcome aboard the Phoenix Express. Choo choo. Okay, so in this episode, we're going to talk about an Abuja boy in Lagos. Well, technically, I wouldn't say I'm an Abuja boy. I don't know what the metric or however you calculate to say who an Abuja boy is, or when you can say, okay, yes, I'm a certified Abuja boy. But I think I'm well on my way to being one. I've been here for 2 years, 3, since 2018. Well, never mind. I'm going to talk about my experience when I went to Lagos last year, and how it was, the whole difference between the Abuja and the whole Lagos thing. Well, for those of you who know me, you know I have my reservations about these Lagosians, and I'm about to drag some of you right now. This table is this table is going to break. Oh my god. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, so I mentioned in the previous podcast, for those of you who listen, first of all, thank you very much to everybody who listened. I got a lot of amazing feedback from you guys. You guys are just the best. Please keep the feedback coming. As much suggestions as you have, don't be afraid to reach out. Every and any comment is appreciated. So I mentioned I got a job before. That made me stop the whole Uber thing. So the job required me to go for an interview in Lagos. Hence my Lagos experience. Okay, so the whole thing started like this. This was in September. I got a text message saying I had to be available for an interview on the 20th of September. This was 2019. The message came in on a Monday. 20th was on a Friday. So I was ready. I was going to travel by road. But the problem is Kogi State was having their elections on Thursday, I think. So because of all the whole riot and all of that, that state is just too stubborn, first of all. So they were going to close down the roads on Wednesday. So it was a challenge for me. How we're definitely going to have to go through Kogi to get to Lagos and all of that. So I needed to act fast. So I got permission from the office. I was allowed to travel. So I traveled on Tuesday night. After it came in the evening on Monday. So on Tuesday, after getting permission and everything, I just traveled that Tuesday night and arrived at Lagos Wednesday morning to avoid the whole road debacle. The journey was okay. It was a night trip. I went with Landstar Express. They had these really cool buses. Had charging ports. Seats were comfortable, adjustable individually. It was crazy. So I just basically slept all through, watched movies and stuff. By the time I woke up in the morning, we were already in Lagos. Yeah, so before then, I'd already made plans for accommodation. Yeah, shout outs to MG. Morgan from the first episode, one of those old guys. Yeah, if you're wondering if Thunder fired him, he's still alive. So I called Morgan up. I was like, yo, bro, I have an interview. He was like, yeah, sure, you're welcome. So he stays at Iboefon. I don't know if I pronounced that right. And I had this interview at Falomo. So it wasn't too, I asked, he said, no, it's not too bad. It's not too far. I was like, okay, yeah, cool. So I had a place to stay. The thing is, once you're in Lagos, you know you're in Lagos. You know when you're watching a horror movie and then you start hearing that dun dun dun. Exactly, everything changed. The noise, the crowd, the people, the traffic, the smell. God damn it. So our boss came in to Lagos in the morning and I stopped at CMS because I asked some people inside the bus how do I get to Igboefon? So they were stop at CMS and then take was this CMS? Yeah, I think. Then I got down. Then I was trying to like, where do I get Igbo? They were like, from there I would get going towards Lekki. So I was asking, where do I get Lekki? Omo, these people were just trying to bundle me inside. Those conductors are not just nice. Don't worry, I got it from here. You go like, and then again, I didn't want to like keep asking people, so it doesn't. I don't come off as JJC. You get? I was still trying to form composure and stuff. So I was confused. I was lost actually, and then Google Maps was not helping because I didn't even know like where to search and stuff. So somebody was actually nice enough to tell me, no, cross to the other side. I crossed to the other side. Somebody was actually nice enough to tell me that I should go and walk down to the flyover, like on the other side of the road. I get a car. So I went there. So it's the Balogun garden, whatever. And then I stood along with other people. So now this is Lagos, yeah. Everybody is rushing. What is like? You guys need to chill. I don't understand. In Abuja, you stop and you enter your along. Even if the car comes, like, and there are people, don't worry, another one will come. It won't even take time. This one, immediately the bus is just stopping. Like, it's not even stopping. They are running after. They're asking, where? Or more, they're already jumping, flying inside the bus. I was carrying my bag. I was still doing soft boy. So, I stood there for long. Jesus Christ. Until one, eventually, I was lucky that one stopped like in front of me. And I was like, Ajad, say enter. So I got in Lekki, rather. Igbo phone. They were just shouting all the whole places and everything. So I got in, and then we were going. So I just like opened my Google map because I wasn't sure and I didn't want to be. I just told the conductor, Igbo phone, oh wow. They said no wala. So we kept going and we came through Lekki and all of that. So my map was on. I was just checking it low key. And it'd be me go lost. I never married. I never blew. So when we eventually got to Ibuefa, I was talking to my friend. So he was like, it's at the junction, Ibuefa junction, Idado Estate. I know, first of all, that estate is nice. So I got to the estate. It was night. He was still at work. And before we come back from work, Lagos people. So I was hungry now. Night travels. I don't like to eat when I'm traveling. So at that junction, at the gate of the estate, there's this place where they sell ewa. Oh God. This ewa is divine. No. I give it to Lagos. You guys have food. Cheap food, if I might add. In Abuja here, you'd eat there's nowhere you eat anything less than 400 naira, 300 naira. You can actually eat in like other places, but like around the town, or like if it was that kind of area in Abuja, 400, 500. But I ate beans of, I think you can even eat for like 15 naira beans and then bread, 100, like however you want. And the beans was divine. Ewa, tea bready. Oh, tranquilo. So my friend eventually came in and that was it. I was in Lagos. I was settled and everything. I had my bath and I was prepared for like the next day. And that was like on a Wednesday. My interview was for Friday. Okay, so it was Thursday morning. My interview was for Friday. I was about to hit the streets of Lagos. Let me look around and do some preparations. I had some things to photocopy and all of that. So like I opened my bag that morning and I discovered that in my attempt to slay, like I had this, I was going to kill them, pepper them. Like I wanted to dominate the interview room. So I had like this shirts laid out on my bed. I was still trying to decide which of them I was going to wear, which of them everything. So I was still confused. But in the whole rush of trying to, I was actually almost missed my bus because I went to work that day before actually traveling. So in the whole rush of, I forgot those shirts. See my village, that's village people number one. I forgot those shirts and I didn't realize until like I got to Lagos. And so I called Morgan and it was like, okay, he has something I can wear. I was like, okay, so I was saved. So I was like, okay, let me go out, and only for me to step out and then flood. Like, what? The whole estate was like, I could literally see people swimming. Okay, no, I didn't see people swimming, but damn. So apparently it rained the nights before, and these guys don't have, like, I went back, I was like, Morgan, what is happening? He was like, I snapped the pictures, and he was like, okay, the thing has even reduced. Like, if you had seen it in the morning, I was like, what? He now told me to know that I should go and wear his Crocs and roll. I was like, no, man, this is hard life. Come on, we don't have this in Abuja. We don't. So, like, I had to go back in, wore like slippers that wouldn't get bad with water, and then rolled up my trousers, and then I was going. And then these people were just like, it was a normal thing to them. Everybody was just walking casually, like strolling in the water like it's nothing. Water that would get close to your knee. Oh my god. No. Check our social media pages for pictures and videos. This thing was crazy. Some guys, I think because of that thing, they were already buying Hilux and everything. They would just drive without regard for anybody on the road. Y'all are suffering. One day water will carry the whole island people, and I will rest. So I managed to swim out of the estate, and then like went to I photocopied everything I was supposed to photocopy. I took my passport. I was looking for where to cut my hair. So like, I had everything, I was ready. Then I went back to the house. Before I went back to the house, I went to stop for Ewa going again. Anybody that knows me knows I love beans. Like, love beans. I'm going to cook beans in my wedding. Who no one come, no come, day your day. So I got some beans again and went back to that. So I called some of my friends, who were my colleagues who were coming also, because it wasn't just me. We were 5 or 6 who like were coming for the interview, and some of them were still stuck in beggar traffic. Some of them were just left that morning. So me, I was already ready for the whole Lagos thing. So I was ready for tomorrow or for Friday. Then I went back to the house. Also, after doing the whole preparation, I came back that evening, and then there wasn't light. And then it was like, when you go to a stadium and then they are chanting like the anthem of the club or the country that's playing. That's how this generator sounds were just chanting. They were just singing their gen song, which you get. It was like there was noise, this harmonious noise. How you guys? No, you guys need to talk to somebody. Like, no, this is crazy. So it was Friday morning, interview day, the day I was going to face the streets of Lagos like properly. So the night before, I was asking Morgan, I was like, okay, I don't want to go late. I know how crazy the whole traffic thing can be. When do I leave that is safe? So he was like, you need to leave, wake up by 6 and leave so that it's interview, don't risk it. I was like, 6 o'clock, come on, man. Why, which sane person? That's like 3 hours before you get... We don't, no, we don't do such in Abuja. Come on, like, we have roads, walking roads, and fewer sane people, so we don't have that clog. So basically, he said 6, just not to risk it and everything. And he actually left, I think, around that time because he had to go to work first. And so I think on the road he was like, no, it's a little free, so I can just chill till like 7:30. He would have said 8, but nah, since it's an interview, I shouldn't risk it. So I was like, okay, I have more room. So they told me 7:30, but I was still relaxed, you get. So I eventually left the house 7:30. And then I got to the junction. That was where everything scattered. It was like people just escaped from prison. You know how everybody's running, everybody's trying to get away from the cops. People were everywhere. Students were going to school. I was standing at this bus stop waiting with my swag and all of that. I just stood, like, people were rushing. Whenever a bus comes, like, everybody's rushing. So I began to panic. Like, I was like, okay. And then I could see the traffic build up, like, from that junction where I was. I was like, oh no, shit, this is bad. So I quickly opened my Google Maps and then put the destination of where I was going to, and then I could just see everything was just red. Like, I was like, OT gets me. I don't even know what I just spoke. Eventually, the bus came and I got in. And then, first of all, Lagos people, y'all be doing the most. Like, I got 3 tracts. Like, the evangelism there is top notch. I got 3 tracts. 3 different people came and preached, and which is actually nice. So on the way, this driver was actually nice. I noticed there was an army guy in front. Okay, Lagos people, you guys are just... There was an army guy in front. I was like, okay, whatever. I just thought it was a passenger and everything. I was going for an interview and I was freaking late. We got to one junction and then this guy's parked. Apparently, this army guy is the owner of this bus, yeah? And then those Agbero, or those people, the tax force people in front, I think he refused to pay something. And then they removed one rubber. Like, it's just the rubber, like, on the window of the, like, the passenger in front, the window, yeah, they took out one rubber and stuff. And this army guy came down. I was gingering that, do you know who I am? I'm the owner of this vehicle and all of that. Where's the rubber? And I'm like, I don't understand. Help me out, Lagos people. What is the use of that rubber? Like, is it that important? And they stood there and they were arguing. And the other guy was telling him that, you have respect for you, I'm a man, but this your guy, sabi talk. And these guys were just wasting my precious time that I didn't have. I could see the traffic building up in front of me. I literally wanted to cry. These guys had no regard. No, Lagos people, you are not cultured. They had no regard for their customers or their passengers. Eventually, they brought the rubber. After arguing that, no, this is not the rubber, it's another what. We eventually moved. And then I was calling everybody. Everybody had gotten to like the place. I was the last. We eventually managed to get there. Well, I was just distracted by all the beautiful power bikes. Oh God, Lagos is filled with bikes and I love bikes. There's Ope, there's all of that. Like, they just had so many green bikes, yellow bikes, black bikes. Everywhere was just filled with bikes. Not necessarily the power bikes, but just amazing bikes. Do you get? Well, I'm talking about bikes too much. So I eventually got to Fallon Mall, call. I got the place, and then we went in. And yeah, my drip was still okay, even though I had sweat a little. Well, I was still looking sharp. I was going to kill them. So we went in, we got our tags, we went up and we waited. So we sat down there and they gave us this pre-interview forms to fill, yeah? And then at the back they were like, attach your CV. Gang, village people number 2. I prepared. Do you know I made photocopies? They were like, come with photocopies. I made like 5 photocopies of everything. And it didn't occur to me to print my CV. How? Okay, at this point I lost it because I was confused. I started sweating. Everybody had their CV. I was like, what? Why? How did I forget to come along with my CV for an interview? So I was freaking out, and then I started looking at everybody in the office because it was like a hub, and there were some friendly faces. There were some people that looked like their husbands shouted at them in the house. They were not just friendly. There were some guys that looked like they fought with their girlfriends and they probably lost that morning. But then there was this guy's face that stood out. So, and he was, I think he was talking. I could see like he was a lively person. So I walked up to him. I was like, yo, dude, I need your help. Morning, I came for an interview and I forgot my CV. Is it possible? He was sitting with the desktop. Is it possible I can send to you so you help me print? And he was like, yeah, sure, don't worry. Cool down. Tranquilo. So he actually came through for me. I sent my CV to his mail and he printed it for me. It was even colored and it was fresh and everything. So yeah, that was cool. So I filled the interview and everything, pre-interview form, attached my CV, did the interview went on perfect. Okay, so we left. And then after everything, it was like 5:30 or to 6. But I know when we came out of the room, the whole hall was empty, like everybody had gone home. So they were like, let's all get to our destination safe and all of that. So I was talking to Morgan before then. He was like, he hopes we finish before rush hour because it will be crazy coming back. Bear in mind, I was already tired, I was stressed and all of that. Then with the whole excitement and everything, we left the building. You know, when you're in this building, it's like cool and comfortable inside. You forget how crazy the madness is outside. So now the dragging begins. Do you get? So we finished and I came out. All of us were happy, we were rejoicing. Oh, this interview went nice. We hope to get the job and all of that. And then immediately we step out of the building, madhouse. There were bikes, horn, like the roundabout at Falomo there was already getting clogged. It was like, what the? Eventually went and got into a bus going to Abuja. I would stop at Abuja. And then this guy's who. Okay, first of all, I think Lagos people. No, I would really advise all of you to go for therapy because it will help. You know why there are a lot of angry people? Who the hell puts the engine of a bus at the back of the bus? Like, why would they? Why, even if they do that, why would you buy such a bus? Imagine somebody coming back from work. You're stressed. You're tired. You get probably your boss was harsh. Probably you had a very terrible day at work, and then you enter a bus and it's like you're sitting inside the engine. Do you get, like, the noise is just after hearing all they do this at work, and then you now keep hearing that banging sound, that engine sound, and then the conductors are always shouting and everybody. Oh my god, like the traffic was next level. Everybody was trying to go home. Like this driver was just, these guys they don't have no these guys are not cultured. Everybody was just swerving like at the toll gate. Our driver almost fought with somebody because it's simple. Just be cultured, wind down, just put your hands down and be like, oh please let me get in. We do that cultured people, we do that in Abuja here. But no, this guy kept doing some James Bond shit and was just driving and swerving, and this guy almost like scratched the car of this or that. I was like, oh my god. While all this was happening, the noise of this engine, god, and then the smell, like you just pass one place and then one awful smell. Oh my god. Like, Lagos, please go for therapy. I beg you, it will help. You see, I feel like a lot of you, probably all of you that have your personal cars, you may not really be traumatized like that, because probably you just set the mood. You be in your car, wind up your AC, and then you listen to some kind of music that will cool you down. But you see, all of you that enter buses, no, you need therapy. You need to see a shrink. You need to talk about your feelings. You are bottling up so many. That is why you're always angry. Do you get? I actually saw a tweet yesterday, like in this whole quarantine period, somebody was talking that he misses cussing out conductors, or he misses the way conductors are cussing out or causing trouble. And how do you miss something like that? Something that is meant to, no, seriously, Lagos people, all of you bus riders and the ones that use the all of that, like, you need to check your mental health. It's okay to talk about it. Okay, it's okay. You see, when we talk about range, you know, when the whole range thing was trending on Twitter, they bring out celebrities and be like, oh, you can act this. Lagos is the definition of range. Do you get? You'd see this lady in a bus, or this guy that looks cool-headed, and they speaking of, oh yeah, please, I'm going to stop at the next junction, and they're cool-headed, yeah. And then the conductor like refuses to give them their change. Say their bus fare is 100 naira, yeah, or let me say 150. Yeah, 150 is perfect. And then they give the conductor 200 naira. So they give them, conductor, please, my change, 50 naira. They say it once. These conductors, they're crazy. Like, sometimes they intentionally hold that change back. I don't know if they hope you forget or something, because I saw a lot of that happen. And then they tell you again, conductor, please, my change. And then you begin to feel that tone change, yeah? And then next time is, conductor, this person that was so cool-headed, like the range, they would switch up. Oh my god. Like, they have this ability to, in an instance, they just devour you. Oh god. Like, it's not normal. Like, I know, I know it has like its advantages. Yeah, you feel like, yeah, you have the best of both worlds and everything, but really talk about that stuff. And I know a lot of people on this table is Morgan, Anna, Chinua, Trinitas, Sammy, Michael, Chaima, even Biodun, Yakogi that just went to Lagos recently. Please, guys, you guys should retain your sanity, okay? Retain your sanity. So I was done. I was leaving Lagos, and then the day I was traveling by road. God is good. So the bus was supposed to leave by 5. So I booked Bolt early that morning. First of all, the boat riders in Lagos, you guys are chilling, because apart from the fact that you get to spend like a lot of your time in traffic, the fares are reasonably high. So you like tend to make more than us in Abuja, so which is nice. So this guy came around, and then like on the way to Igboefon to Aja is not far. Like God is good, terminal Aja is not far, but from there to there, like those two, in between those distances, we saw 5 different accidents that morning. When we saw the first one, the driver was like, ah man, look at these guys. He was like, I shouldn't be surprised, we'd still see like at least 3 more, and like we actually saw 4 more. Do you get? Because like it was crazy. He says all these people, after like drinking and partying in the night, they just go and start driving nonsense and all of that. So it was actually really crazy, the accidents. But like I had a good trip back to Abuja and all of that. And then again, the whole, if you're not in Lagos, you will not survive Lagos. If you don't have hard blood, I beg, calm down. You guys should chill. It's not that deep. Like just that first small experience, I eventually got called back to do documentation. I went back to Lagos and I handled it like a pro. Like, come on, I was like already a Lagos bad boy. I knew the rules and everything. Like I was prepared for it. It's not that deep. Come on. Although I'm still sane. But you guys really need to work that stuff out. Like there's a lot of crazy things, but in general, Lagos is a very beautiful place. Like it's like one of those places where I'd love to go and visit, but I don't want to stay back there. Like I'll just visit for a while, then when it starts getting too crazy and all that, I'll be like, okay, doodles, see y'all later. But if we're being honest, I think Lagos is like the only place where Abuja is better is just the serenity, or like the calmness and everything, and the less traffic. But Lagos has like everything. Come on, they have everything. They have all the shows, everybody, all the celebrities, everything happens majorly in Lagos before it begins to come down to all of these places. Food is cheaper in Lagos, clothes and stuff. Like in general, things are cheaper in Lagos than in Abuja here. So it's actually like a very interesting city but then I would still take Abuja over Lagos, because I feel like probably if I had stayed in Lagos first, like for a long period of time, I'd have gotten into the whole Lagos vibe and all. But for the fact that I've stayed in Abuja this long, for me to go to Lagos, yeah, adaptability and everything, but I'd prefer to stay here, please, and all of that. So that was it. That was my Lagos experience. I know I've not had like the full Lagos experience but then it's something I think was worth talking about. Okay, so make sure you join in on the conversation. Our social media is The Talking Phoenix on everywhere, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The Talking Phoenix. D as in the letter D. Talking, Talking, Phoenix, Phoenix, all together. And then also you can follow me on my own social media at 00 Phoenix. On Twitter it's 00 Phoenix. On Instagram it's 00 with an underscore. Make sure you follow and don't miss any of the conversation. I would like to hear your feedback. Please tell me your experience in Lagos. Abuja people, please, I want to know, what is the criteria? Like, I want to call myself an Abuja boy now. Do I have the right to call myself an Abuja boy? Also, Lagos people, what are the experiences that you can say, oh yeah, this is what makes Lagos, for all of us who have not had the full Lagos experience. Also, those conductor people, all of that, just come and give us that thing that beautifies Lagos in itself. All right, thank you so much for listening, and stay tuned. Catch you all on the next episode. Stay safe. Peace out. Amebo, what do you want to hear? Mistakes? My friend, go and sanitize your hand and stay safe.